What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. I was deciding earlier what I should film today, and I was just in the mood to film a reading vlog, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't really have a perfect plan for it because currently I'm reading 3 books. I've started 3 books. I have not finished them, but there's also a few other books that I really want to read. One of them being the new Sarah Adams book, Beg, Borrow, and Steal. And then I also really want to read a Freida McFadden book. You guys know I have an obsession with Freida McFadden's books, but now I've read 2 books by her that I really didn't enjoy. And I know that's normal with an author. Like, there will be books that you love, there will be other books that you don't, but I'm really trying to read and find another book by her that I just completely love. I'm currently reading Wild Love, which I definitely will be reading in this vlog. I might just start with this one because I started it, I enjoyed it, I just have to finish it. Also, comment down below, I'm very curious about this. Comment down below if you're a reader. Like, if you watch these vlogs, are you a big reader? Are you trying to get into reading? Or do you simply just watch them for fun? Anyways, right now I'm right outside of a coffee shop. I saw that the coffee shop I love coming to is doing like a strawberry matcha sort of drink, and I really wanted to try it, so we're right outside of it. I'm gonna take my book with me. I've decided we're starting the vlog with Wild Love. Let's go get a matcha, let's do some reading, and let's start this vlog. The strawberry matcha that I got was so freaking good. It felt like a really good dessert. I literally drank the entire thing, but I was absolutely positively not gonna leave that coffee shop without getting my favorite drink from there. This is their iced Spanish latte, and it's perfect today. I read a few chapters of Wild Love. I feel like I have to get back into it because I started this book and then I went and started Deep End. Honestly, feeling like a really cute story. So far, there's nothing that I don't like. It's a billionaire romance, which is always so fun. It's sort of like an enemies to lovers, but it's also kind of giving friends to lovers. It takes place in a really cute small town in Canada, which I actually really missed reading about. Elsie Silver, if you've read the Chestnut Spring series, she writes about like the most peaceful, perfect small towns in Canada. The single dad trope is also in this book. The male main character is a grumpy billionaire single dad, and she is like wild and fun. I'm definitely gonna finish this tonight, and I'll let you guys know my full rating and everything. I'm actually gonna stop at the grocery store right now because I really want to make some pasta tonight, so I'm gonna go and pick up everything I need for that. And then I have a 6:45 workout class. I don't know if I should eat before or after. We'll figure it out, but we're eating pasta tonight, and we also have a workout class tonight, and we're also finishing this book tonight. Okay guys, I'm still reading Wild Love. I don't know if you guys are gonna know what movie I'm talking about, but the way that the setting is described in this book makes me think of this one specific movie that I literally watched maybe 100 times when I was younger, and it's called Flica. I used to watch it in Spanish when I was younger. It's literally all I can see when I'm reading this book. Good morning, guys. It's another day. I'm up and fully ready pretty early this morning because I got this idea last night. It's to go somewhere that I've been really wanting to go to for a while. I'm trying to leave my house and go before I talk myself out of it because where I want to go requires a little bit of a road trip. It's almost an hour drive. So I'm bringing you guys with me. We're gonna go together. It's this bookstore that I've been seeing all over TikTok. There's also a coffee shop nearby that I really want to try. However, before I go, I finished Wild Love last night and I have to talk to you guys about it. So this book ended up being a little bit longer than I thought. So I literally ended up finishing it like at 1:30 in the morning, but honestly, I'm not mad about it because it was really good. I give this book 4.25. As soon as I finished it, I was like 4.5, but after thinking about it for a little bit, I'll give it 4.25. It was a really cute story. The romantic gestures in this book, so insanely cute and entertaining. It was almost 450 pages. I feel like with other rom-coms, I've complained in the past that sometimes they don't have to be that long because then it starts getting a little bit boring or just feels repetitive or like it's being dragged on for too long. I did not feel like that with this book at all. There's also a little bit of a teaser for the second book in this series. It's called Wild Eyes, and honestly, let me know if you've read it. Let me know if you've read Wild Eyes. I honestly don't really feel like reading it. Maybe after I've read a few other books, I'll come back to the series. But yeah, we're done with Wild Love. And I just downloaded my next read, which is gonna be this one, Beg, Borrow, and Steal by Sarah Adams. This is what we're starting. Well, not right now because I'm about to get dressed and we're gonna head out. It says I'm 30 minutes away, so this isn't even much of a road trip. This bookstore that I'm going to is pretty much the same distance to another bookstore that I like going to. It's just in opposite directions. I don't know why I assumed it was really far, but yeah, I'm listening to music. The sun is out. I have my little dog sweater on. The vibes are good. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys when I get to the bookstore. I just made it to the bookstore. It's literally in like the cutest little town. The drive did not feel long at all. Like it doesn't feel like I'm very far, but I'm literally in Pasadena right now, which is pretty freaking far from where I live. So even though it didn't feel far, I am far. The drive was super good. I did miss my exit. That was the only little moment. But anyways, we are here for the bookstore. It is called The Lost Books. I passed by it right now and it looks so freaking cute. It's like full of plants. It looks like a book lover's dream. So I'm hoping it was worth the drive. Just got done at the bookstore. I spent like an hour in there, almost an hour and a half. I did come out with the book. I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna tell you guys all about the bookstore and the book that I got, but I need a coffee right now, so we're gonna go to the coffee shop that I want to try out. I think I just found one of my favorite coffee shops, and the fact that it's so far away from me is already making me a little sad. Like, I haven't even finished it and I already miss it. I also have literally zero clue where I am. I think I'm in Glendale, and the coffee shop I just went to is called Aviator. If you guys live nearby, please go to this coffee shop. The parking situation, absolute nightmare. I think it took me like 20 minutes to find a parking spot. This right here is what I got. This looks like a sugar crash waiting to happen. I got the Dubai chocolate strawberries. I think that's what these are called. These actually look unreal. And then I got an iced vanilla latte. First of all, the cups. This is giving like Chamberlain coffee cups. They're the cutest freaking cup I've ever seen. My expectations for the coffee were honestly really low. I mainly wanted to go there for the strawberries, but I just got a basic iced vanilla latte and it's seriously delicious. Let's try this Dubai chocolate strawberry situation. Damn, these are really good. I wanted to be like, it's not worth it, like don't go, but they're really good. Let me share with you guys my experience in the bookstore. It was seriously one of the most gorgeous bookstores. They actually had birds in there. I walk in and I'm like, okay, like I think they have a playlist going where bird sounds are playing. It was real birds. They have like a whole little area for them. There was like really relaxing jazz music playing. There was honestly just so much to look at. I did end up picking up one book. This is the one I got. As soon as I read the title, I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. It's either gonna be really good or really bad. It's called Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies by Catherine Mack. I read the summary of it and I read the first chapter while I was in there. From what I could gather from the first chapter, there's gonna be a lot of humor with the narrator in this book. It kind of feels like Knives Out, if you guys have ever seen those movies. There's like a murder involved, but it's also funny and a little bit ridiculous. That's what I think this one's gonna be. But honestly, that was a 10 out of 10 experience. The bookstore was gorgeous. It was amazing. It was just what I was expecting. And the coffee shop just absolutely stole the show for me. I'm gonna finish the rest of this delicious coffee and I'm gonna drive home. I'll see you guys when I get there. It's currently midnight. I really wanted to finish Beg, Borrow, and Steal tonight. I'm currently 65% in. I'm on chapter 21, but I'm so tired and so sleepy that I think I'm just gonna finish the rest in the morning. Honestly, the perfect word to describe this book is sweet. Like, it's an incredibly sweet, charming, perfect little story. Like, honestly, these are the type of stories that rom-coms are made out of. I also had literally zero clue when I started this book that this is a continuation of, I don't even know what the series is called, but When in Rome, then Practice Makes Perfect, then it's this one. I thought Beg, Borrow, and Steal was a standalone. Also, this book has really, really, really good tropes. It's enemies to lovers, for sure, which I love. The banter in this book is so good. It's also the trope where he is absolutely obsessed with her, and it's the trope where he falls first. They're both second grade teachers in the same elementary school, and they've known each other and been each other's nemesis since their first day of college. So they've known each other and hated each other for 10 years now. And to top it all off, when this book starts, he moves in next door. And yeah, I'm 65% in right now. I'm curious to see how it ends and how it like wraps up, because if I remember correctly, when I read Practice Makes Perfect, which is the second book of the series, I thought that story was really, really good and really cute as well, but I don't think I really loved the way it ended. I'm gonna finish it in the morning and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Before I go to sleep, or as I try to fall asleep, I'm gonna start the movie that I was talking to you guys about yesterday, because since I finished Wild Love last night, I keep thinking of this movie that I used to watch when I was younger. It's literally such an amazing movie. If you've never seen that movie and you're looking for like a good nostalgic vibe, go watch that movie. It's so good. It's the next day. I'm drinking my coffee and reading my book. I think I'm just gonna finish the rest of it right now. But I just have to say, I am so obsessed with these characters. Like, the more I read it, the more I like them. The dynamic between these characters is so different to what I've been reading. And it's honestly so good and interesting to read. I feel like a lot of romances really, really stick with the trope opposites attract. That is literally the complete opposite in this book. In this book, the guy and the girl are literally the exact same. They are both really, really smart, type A, perfectionist type of people. And that's why the whole like rivalry and enemies thing started, because it's incredibly frustrating to them that this one person knows them better than anybody else because they're the exact same. I'm obsessed with this dynamic. Okay, it's been a little bit since I finished Beg, Borrow, and Steal. You guys, I loved that book so much. It is my favorite book in the series. 4.5 stars for sure. It would be 5 stars, honestly, because I did really, really enjoy it. But I feel like 5 stars might be a little much because it's still, like, it's a very simple, straightforward rom-com. I feel like all 3 books in the series are very, very, very relatable. And I feel like in Beg, Borrow, and Steal, the main girl, I related to her the most. It was just such a great story, and yes, it has all of the elements of a perfect rom-com. The setting is amazing, there's likable side characters, but honestly my favorite part and what really solidified the story for me was the amount of depth that both of the main characters had. Like I was saying earlier, this one was not opposites attract. It was the type of trope where they're literally the same person. They completely understand each other and see each other for who they are, and I loved it so freaking much. Maybe 4.75, honestly. Now that I'm like talking about it, I'm like, no, I actually really love this book. Anyways, now I'm gonna completely switch genres right now. I've decided which Freida McFadden book I want to start. This is the one we're starting, The Locked Door. I'm gonna read to you guys a little summary so you get an idea of what I'm gonna read. It says, while 11-year-old Nora Davis was up in her bedroom doing homework, she had no idea her father was killing women in the basement until the day the police arrived at their front door. Decades later, Nora's father is spending his life behind bars, and Nora is a successful surgeon with a quiet, solitary existence. Nobody knows her father was a notorious serial killer, and she intends to keep it that way. Then Nora discovers one of her young female patients has been murdered in the same unique and horrific manner that her father used to kill his victims. Somebody knows who Nora is, and somebody wants her to take the fall for this unthinkable crime. But she's not a killer like her father. The police can't pin anything on her as long as they don't look in her basement. Yeah, this is it. This is what we're reading. I just got to the first plot twist and it's seriously messed up. It's so crazy. Okay guys, it's a little bit past midnight right now. I just finished The Locked Door. It was honestly really good. I liked it way more than The Crash. I liked it way more than The Coworker. Those were my two Freida McFadden books that I just haven't really liked. This one was a lot better. I think I would give this one 4 stars out of 5. It wasn't a perfect story and it wasn't a perfect thriller. It was, however, really entertaining. It was so creepy. It's just one of those thrillers and stories that actually terrifies you as you're reading it. The only thing though is that I feel like the ending was really random for some reason. I didn't predict the big plot twist, but it still felt like it came out of nowhere. And this is the same thing that I feel like happened with The Crash. That was one of the reasons I really didn't enjoy The Crash. And it was simply because the plot twist in The Crash was so anticlimactic, and the plot twist in The Locked Door was a lot better, but it still felt like weirdly random. Also, another thing, I feel like there were so many parts of this story that should have been explored more or like talked about more. Like, it's this woman that's in like her late 30s. She is a really successful surgeon, but when she was 11 years old, her dad got arrested for the murder, like gruesome, crazy murders of over 30 girls. So the storyline, like I keep saying, it's incredibly interesting. And usually I love that Freida McFadden's books are super short and they're quick and they're fast paced, but because the storyline was so crazy and interesting, I feel like there could have been more of it. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think the next one by Freida McFadden that I'm gonna read is Ward D. I got French tip almond nails, but I went with a red French tip this time. I am so obsessed with them. Tell me that's literally not the perfect matcha color. Like, that's actually gorgeous. Guys, I just wrote my review for Beg, Borrow, and Steal on Goodreads, and I kind of went off. Like, I literally loved this book so much, and I'm just now realizing how much. It's not until you put your thoughts into words that you realize if a book was impactful or not. And this freaking little rom-com was very impactful. Like, I loved it.